Good morning. I hope everybody is well. I've just set off on a hike and wild camp. It was a bit of a tricky morning actually. It took me much longer to pack my camping bag than I thought. Should have gotten up a bit earlier. I was hoping to set off hiking at around 9. It's now around 10, so I'm a little bit behind schedule, and I've got a 10-mile hike to the spot where I'm going to camp. So it's going to be a bit of speed walking, I think, but it should be fine really. I've given myself a bit of extra time to find a spot and pitch up before sundown. Yeah, so I'm hiking over Alport castles today, and then I'm dropping down to Derwent Reservoir and then ascending up to Back Tor, which is somewhere I have been before and have been wanting to camp there, so tonight's the night. It's pretty miserable, dreary, classic England conditions. Don't know. Sorry, just checking. I'm pretty sure I just stay on this path. But yeah, I don't imagine I'm going to see many other people out hiking today. Definitely not camping. It's meant to be quite high winds up high. So the only reason I won't camp is if the wind is so terrible when I get up there and there's just no shelter. But I think I can find some shelter, so it should be fine. So yeah, it might be a bit of me speed walking this first section and might not be as much filming as normal. But I'll definitely try film more when I get to camp. God, my arm really hurts holding this camera. So yeah, I'm gonna get moving now and see you in a bit. So you can just see Alport castles, which are here. It's really cool up there. I can't wait to get up there and see the view. Just got to the top of Alport castles, and as you can see I'm pretty much inside a cloud now. There's really not a lot of visibility, so yeah, this makes navigation a little more difficult. Pretty sure I know where I am on the map and everything, so I'm not worried yet, but yeah, we'll see. I'm looking for, well, first of all I'm going to pass the tower, which is quite a distinct feature, and then I should be looking for a path on my right hand side. So yeah, going to be pretty focused on making sure I don't get lost up on this moor and can find my way back down. So this is my footpath. I'm going to Haglogs Reservoir and I've come from Alport Farm. So I'm going this way, right onto the misty moor. So just to show you that this is where I am now at this junction, and I'm going to be walking all across the moor for about, I'd say that's about 2k. I'll hit this forest and then I'll hit the reservoir, and then I should be down in the valley by that point. So yeah, I think hopefully this path is pretty clear the whole way despite the mist. So I'm in the woods now, and that was actually a really straightforward, very wide path, super easy to navigate. The clouds also cleared so I could see as soon as the reservoir appeared, and yeah, it's really cold, it's pretty windy, although it's nice to have a bit of shelter in here. But I'm really enjoying being outside today. I'm not 100% sure about camping at the moment because it is so windy up high, but I'm going up there anyway, and I'll just see if I can find some shelter. But yeah, plan B is to go to the Shrines Inn for a pub lunch or pub dinner while I wait for Harvey, because he's at work today. So he's supposed to be meeting me on the hill to camp, but I'll just give him a message, drop him a message if the conditions aren't really that good. But yeah, still really enjoying the hike though. I'm a little bit hungry, so I think I'm going to stop in a minute. I'm going to put some warmer gloves on as well because my hands are cold. And yeah. Right, just having a little sit down and thought I'd check in as to my progress. So I had a little bit of navigational problems when I crossed the reservoir, which was really easy all the way up to there. I was just following this long road, across the reservoir, and then the point where I was hoping to join a footpath, it turns out it was private, so I had to turn around, which was really annoying. And then I thought I was gonna have to possibly follow the reservoir for quite a long way to get onto a footpath. I'm just looking at my map here while I'm speaking. But I just spotted a little gate to the side, and it says footpath to access land. So I'm really tempted to just take it and just see where I end up, because I just really don't want to have to follow the road any longer. It's just kind of boring walking. I'd much rather just get up into the hills. So yeah, I'm just trying to work out where exactly I am on the map, and if I can kind of, if the footpath ends, if I can just kind of, it's not too far to the next one. So I was at Old House and I was hoping to get onto this footpath that would wiggle me all the way up here. So my destinations are here. But yeah, as I say, it was private. So I came back along this road, and I'm wondering if I'm now at this red dot here, and therefore I can just kind of get back onto this track that I want to get onto, and then follow it all the way up to here. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for it, to be honest. We'll see what happens, and this is where I am. So there's a path here, and then it might be a case of just rambling up through the heather. We'll see. Footpath, and I can see Doe and Edge ahead of me, which is my destination for camping, and it's really clear, and I'm wondering if it's going to be a nice sunset. Yeah, it's about 2:15. I think it'll be another hour up to the top, so I'm just about on time. Set my tent up and watch the sunset. It's so beautiful, so nice today. So I'm currently hiding from the wind in a little cave. I think I'm gonna descend, unfortunately. I'm not gonna wild camp tonight. It's just really windy basically, and I just know I'm not gonna sleep a wink because it's just gonna be blowing on the side of my tent all night. But I've had a great hike, and I've checked out this area for camping, so I would really like to come back when the conditions are a little bit better. Yeah, I could camp, but I just don't feel like I'll have a nice evening, so I'm gonna be a bit of a fair weather camper today and bail and go to the pub and have a dinner and then have a bath when I get home. So that's my plan. Just being dripped on. Nice. Okay, so I'm back home now. It's like 7 o'clock. I had a pub dinner and a cup of tea at the Shrines Inn. Sat in front of the fire, which was nice. But yeah, I've been feeling really, I don't know, a bit rubbish, I guess, just for not camping and for bailing on my plans. I think like I carried a big wild camping rucksack for 13 or 12 or 13 miles around the Peak District, and then got to the point where I should have camped and just decided not to. And I'm trying to, I guess I was just trying to figure out why as I was driving home just now, and I think essentially I could give like 10 or 15 excuses as to why I didn't camp. I was cold, I was tired, I had a headache, my knee was hurting. I mean, it's just loads of things that were kind of niggling, but I think essentially the reason I didn't camp is because when it came to it, I had another option. I could descend, it would take half an hour, and Harvey would pick me up from the pub because he was passing anyway. And because I had that other option, I chose comfort, I guess, over a night of relative discomfort, i.e. being cold. And I do regret it. I think it's something that I'm quite aware of, that when I do have those conflicting feelings of I don't really want to go and do that, on the one hand I think it's really important to listen to your body, but on the other hand, I think for me anyway, personally, I need to be aware of when I'm just making excuses because I want to go with the easy option, and when I genuinely do need to listen to my body. And I think today was an example of, actually my body was fine, I'd done all the hard work, I'd walked all the way there, and when it came down to it, my mind was telling me that I was really cold and really tired and I just wanted to go sit in a pub and warm up. But actually, if I didn't have that option and I just pitched my tent, I'm pretty sure I'd have been absolutely fine. I'd have had a really lovely evening. I'd probably be in my tent now reading, out on the hills, and I'd wake up in the hills. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not camping out, but I thought it was worth just chatting about it. It might be something that others of you have had before, where you've kind of bailed on plans just because it was a little bit out of your comfort zone. And to be honest, wild camping isn't out of my comfort zone. I really enjoy doing it, and I've done it quite a lot, but obviously sleeping in a freezing cold tent on a hilltop when it's windy and a little bit drizzly isn't always as appealing as going and sitting in front of a nice warm fire in a pub and then going home to your own bed. But I love camping so much, and there's obviously a reason that I do it, so I think I should have just reminded myself of that. And probably in a split second I could have changed my mind, and I actually sent a message to Harvey and then stayed another 15 to 20 minutes on the hill, just didn't know what to do essentially, and couldn't make up my mind. I don't know what was wrong with me. I think I was just really tired. The hike really took it out of me actually. I think I might have bitten off a bit more than I could chew by hiking so far with a heavy load. And yeah, I've done that before, but I haven't done it in a while. I'm a bit out of practice. So yeah, I guess lots of lessons to be learned from this particular failed wild camp. Let me know in the comments if anything has happened similar to you in the past, or what you think about it. Don't be too mean. But yeah, just thought I'd chat about it. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and thanks so much for watching. Sorry I didn't go camping, but hopefully you enjoyed the hike and the reflection on that anyway. Bye!